Hey, it's Toku Sister here, back with another Kamen Rider reaction video for you here. It's been a little while since the last one, and that is not my fault. Nobody here at Toku Sister Incorporated Imperial Conglomerate Dominion, that's a thing that exists. None of us take any responsibility for the lack of videos. We've been making videos. We've been editing videos. We've been posting videos. No, it's all 100% on Toei, and more specifically, their evil army of cyber lawyers who, I don't know if you know this, but their job is to make everyone as miserable as possible. They're actually trying to make as many children cry as they can so they can use the sounds of their cries to harvest jewels from the mouth of the evil demon Gora. That's a true statement. Don't bother looking that up. That's a true thing I just told you. So the point is, though, you got to be careful about what videos you watch. We're just going to watch a good old-fashioned Henshin compilation video. We got the... Oh, that's a lot of Henshins. So we're going to be just watching the Showa Henshins. We'll do all those Heiseis later. There's a lot of Henshins out there. I don't know. I'm fine with that. I like the Showa. It's got the goofiness. It's got the fun special effects. I'm really curious to see what they do. Like, I know a few of them, obviously. I've watched my share of Showas, but I've got a feeling there's going to be some fun jank. There's going to be some creative storytelling going on, I'm guessing, with these Henshins. They're going to have to figure out how they can turn some foam rubber and bits of plastic and stagehands holding scarves off camera to make some goofy grasshopper boys transform. So let's check it out, starting with the classic Hongo Takeshi's original The Kamen Rider. Kamen Rider. Mr. Rider. Thank you. Let's go.
改造人間本郷武史はベルトの風車に風圧を受けると仮面ライダーに変身するのだ。
Wow, that was handmade. That was some creative storytelling happening there. That was, I don't know, I kind of liked it just because it was they made do. I mean, it's the first one. There's a bunch of these. That's the thing. There's the very first series. They're still figuring things out. There's a whole bunch of different versions of Hongo Takeshi's transformation, and I guess I can see why, because that first one's a little rough. It's a little handmade. I really like that they kind of draw on the speed lines. I didn't know that about the pinwheel receiving wind pressure. I didn't realize that was part of it. Like, I don't know how I missed that part. I'm probably just honestly a little too when I watch Kamen Rider a lot of the time. So that's okay. That's on me to miss that. But it's all right. I give that an arbitrary number out of another arbitrary number. I mean, do I have to rate these? I don't want to rate it. It's beautiful. Let's keep going. We're doing Hongo Takeshi's Kamen Rider 1, the Sakurajima version. We got all the versions here. Here we go.
Henshin!
Take that, you damn dirty moth elephant. You thought you had a child. Well, that one gets points for the beatdown that they got at the end on those monsters, but they didn't do any like hand-drawn animation stuff. They ditched the whole wind thing apparently, even though he wasn't on his motorcycle, but he did jump. Is that why all of them jump? Because they got to get the wind pressure on the pinwheel, so that's how he transforms. It's like, it's kind of quaint that they need that mechanical thing. It's like, how the hell would you transform? Like, oh, it's a mechanism. You just got to go fast on a motorcycle and the pinwheel turns and that refuels all the motors to make you turn into a robot man. Duh, science. That one, a little lazy. I like the first one better. That one was a lower arbitrary number out of another same arbitrary number. It wouldn't be fair if I lowered that one too, because it would just ruin the whole system that works and is a real system that we're going on. I don't know. Hard to dislike anything, but definitely not as good as the first one. They're trying stuff out. They're still figuring it out. Let's go to the next one. Next Tongo Takeshi, Kamen Rider 1, New. Let's roll that clip. Ooh, fast moves. Oh, now it's a Rider Henshin. Cool. Oh, now I get the music. Get all that wind on that pinwheel with the backflip. That one actually, okay, it was a little better. It had the theme song. I don't remember hearing the theme song play in the other two. I might have to go back or have a snarky editor's note at the bottom saying, yes, there was, you're wrong, or no, there wasn't, you're right, you're so smart, Toku's sister. But I don't know, they had the music there. I noticed it. I liked it. I liked his move. He did the little he did Raida Henshin. I don't think anybody else says that. I think everybody else just says Henshin, right? I don't think anybody else does the whole Raida. We know it's the Raida. You don't need to tell me it's a Raida Henshin. I mean, seeing as none of the monsters ever Henshin, which is also weird. I think that's because, though, the monsters don't Henshin because he was also supposed to be a monster, right? And then he has a belt, right? And then the belt allows him to control it, so that's why he has to Henshin and can Henshin, and the monsters don't. Except later on they totally do and other things. But it doesn't matter. The point is that one... Okay, first, I'm going to just have to say it. I like the first one the best. And here's why. It had hand-drawn animation, and it had the back and forth cutting. Pretty clever. That's some filmmaking there. Second one, boring, no good. That one had the music and if you put those two together, just Cronenberg them together, you'd have a good Henshin there, buckaroo. That's all I'm saying. And, you know, the overall first generation of the Kamen Riders, their Henshins are a little underwhelming. It's okay. They're figuring it out. It's not their fault. It was the 70s. It was a crazy time. They're all high, I assume. Let's move on. We're going to the Kamen Rider 2. Ichimonji Hayato. Let's see if they figure out Henshin's a little better by the time they get here. Let's roll that clip. Ooh, mega hand-drawn animations. That was it? That was short. I mean, I guess you need it short and sweet. You need it, like, you know, there's action going on. We can't just dwell on it. This isn't a whole Sentai team transforming. This is one dude. And, okay, fine. I was expecting it to be a little more extensive. But I liked that one because it had rainbow. They figured out that's cool stuff. They played the music, kind of. I mean, it was the action scene that it was leading into had the music. But you need some sound cues, kids. I mean, all of them have some sound cues. They got the whoosh. And then, of course, is Henshin. You gotta have that. That's a big part of it. And it's okay. I think it's the best one so far. Starting to get it right, Ichimonji. Sure. I can dig it. Are we rating these? I mean, I'm just saying whether or not I like them. It's higher. It's because the more I like it more out of the same number as before. They have to rhyme now. That's the rule. All of my ratings for this one have to rhyme. That's the system. Okay, moving on. Let's do Kamen Rider 2's other one, New, Ichimonji Hayato again. Let's roll that clip. Let's check it out. Prison. Ooh. Oh, those rubber bars are getting banned. That was, I liked that one, as it had 1, music, 2, cool moves, 3, a little special effect of the opening up. It was like a camera iris. Is that the right thing? Camera people? It's like those scary doors in Alien. Those. They had one of those opening up, I think, unless I'm just wrong. Maybe it was just a lazy slide. Doesn't matter. Little special effect. And then it had hand-drawn special effect. And did I miss anything? I don't know. I like that one. I think that maybe it's because he bent the bars at the end that made me biased, but I like that one the best so far. So far, Henshin's just mostly keep getting better, except for in the first ones. But they're getting better. Higher number. Oh, I gotta go rhyme them now, apparently. Crud. um, well, that rating system is a very hard thing that I've come up with on the spot right now. Dang it. I rate this one a whole ton out of the same one number that I did before. Your Hunter from the Future. There, that counts. Next clip. We're doing Hongo Takeshi and Ichimonji Hayato. The Double Riders are two wonderful first boys coming in, being Kamen Riders together, having a great old time, being heroes, killing evil Nazi cyborgs. Let's check that one out. Choreography. That was really cool. We got both the moves. It's kind of unfair as it's two riders, so just like automatically it's gonna be more stuff. It's gonna be more fun, I guess. But hey, it was cool. If Super Sentai gets to have a whole team of people henshining, you say henshin in Super Sentai? If a whole Super Sentai gets to have a whole team of people transforming, then Kamen Rider is allowed to be rated of two riders transforming versus one. And that was really fun. I like those two guys together. We got to see all the special effects mashed together. They were kind of getting the sound cues down. They're playing with different stuff. That was very visually interesting. I like it. Oh, fire. I like it, so we gotta spike it. Spike that number up. It's higher. It's a higher number. I'm a serious journalist. Next clip. We're watching Kazami Shiro's Kamen Rider V3, moving on in series after the Double Riders. We got no more other versions. So we're going to V3. Roll the clip. Ooh. Oh. So now they're starting to get the choreography in these ones. He's doing the little and that sway and all that cool movement. I like that one. V3 is pretty good. I like how his belt has both light up aspects as well as little spinny dealies, and then the added on animated hand drawn stuff. They're getting more complicated. So far the engines really are just getting better as they go on. They keep adding more elements to them. V3 was a good one. I rate that one very highly. I sure hope I don't die. I mean, Dylion. That's a reference, so that counts, right? Next clip. We're going to, Rider Man. Yuki Joji. Oh, let's see what this high quality piece of entertainment has for their henshin. Let's see if they break the trend of the henshins getting better as we go on. Roll the clip, I guess. Really? Really? Wow. Well, an attempt was made. You know, like him walking over to his motorcycle and calmly pulling out a helmet that he keeps around. I mean, Jiraiya just puts on his armor and he just does that really fast, right? They make that exciting. Rider Man, he just puts on the helmet and then he does a bit of slow tinfoil. I don't know. Rider Man, I appreciate the idea of a normal person, sort of. You know, he's got like the human face. He's a little more. He's not like the other Kamen Riders, right? I like that, but It's cheap. Wasn't as good. It was a step down. I mean, maybe call me biased because I wasn't expecting much going in from Rider Man, but like, not the best tension. Doesn't keep my attention. That counts as a rhyming rating, and no, we will not be dating. Uh, Hello and welcome to the Tube Top Zone, where we do reshoots for footage we didn't have but can't be bothered with continuity. Oh, what's that? You're upset that I'm wearing a tube top? Oh, what's that? You're upset about the continuity? Yeah, you're gonna cry about it? Aw, are you gonna go harvest jewels from the mouth of the demon Gora? Man, I don't want jewels. Yeah, for some reason, those fat cats at the Toei company didn't want me to have the Kamen Rider X footage, I assume, and not that my friend forgot to send it to me. And so I have to do it now, like months later. So just go with it. Kamen Rider X is, I think it's the like third Kamen Rider series, but it's like weird because he had the Kamen Rider 2, Electric Boogaloo. Then you had Kamen Rider V3. Well, you had the double riders in between there. Then, though, after V3, you've got Kamen Rider X, which is like, why do they list it as the third one? It's the fourth one. It's kind of the fifth one if you think about it. I saw the first couple of episodes of X, but I don't remember a whole lot about it. I remember I liked it. I remember it was vaguely ocean themed. I think he wanted to be a sailor, and his dad was a mean scientist who was training him to fight some devil that lives under the sea. I don't remember anything about the Henshin, so I'm really curious to see this one. Let's just dive right in. We got the first Henshin for Kamen Rider X. Oh. Well, that was fast and short and sweet, but it had a lot of the stuff that I'm looking for. I really liked the popping on the mask. I liked the just the cross because he's Kamen Rider X, right? So, but it wasn't X, it was like a T, I think. But it had like a lot of the things, the and little bits. I think considering the era and everything else that was going on, like I don't know if it's as good as V3's, but it's pretty darn good. I think it's a good example of the era. I don't have any beefs with this one. I think watching it, I'm satisfied. I mean, I would have liked to see more choreography stuff. Like maybe there's examples. I just picked a random X Henshin, so maybe there's times where he does more stuff. Maybe they'll improve in the next version they did, because I know they did 2 versions. But in this one, this one's really strong in the effects department. I think they need to bump up the choreography department. Yeah. Pretty solid considering. I think this one is glittering. Next up, we've got Kamen Rider X's second Henshin. We'll see if they improve where they had on the first one there. I hope they add some more choreography. That's what I'm, for your sake, X. We want you to have a good rhyme. Roll a clip. Oh. Oh, they're doing they're doing it. They're doing the choreography. Ooh. Oh. Hey. I love that ant. Okay. So at first I was really excited. I was like, wow, they're doing it. They're doing the thing they asked them to do. The choreography. He's doing the stuff. Great. This is going to be a universally improved upon version of the first one. But then they didn't do the Wolfman thing. They didn't do the special effects as much. Like, guys, it's like you're trying to just step in a pile of dog doo. I mean, like, I don't know. I don't know how to rate that if that's how they're going to be. Like, if you're going to improve on something, why unimprove on it? It's like they had to give an exchange. Oh, it's like the sea. She's a cruel mistress. You can give her something and she'll take away from you. It's the circle of life. You saw Lion King. So I guess that's probably what it is. I don't know. I think I'm feeling, I guess it balances it out. That's the thing. Give and take, I'm balanced out. The ocean's wake makes me pout. I wish they'd had, you know, gone the full whole hog if they'd just given it the whole sea cow, but they decided not to. And, that's your loss, X. Well, hopefully next time we'll remember to have all the footage in one place. Otherwise, you might be seeing me again in the tube top zone. Moving on. Next clip, we're going to... Oh, we got ourselves some Amazon! I might be a little biased in this next clip, but I think, scientifically speaking, we might be in for a treat here. So we'll reserve judgment till after I watch it. We are watching Daisuke Yamamoto, Kamen Rider Amazon. Let's go. Oh, well, okay. I like Amazon a lot. Maybe clear, I like Amazon a lot. But his Henshin is pretty good. I don't know if it's my favorite Henshin. You know, it didn't have hand-drawn special effects. It didn't have mechanical things. Although sometimes when he, transforms, doesn't do the little kiki. If I want that in every one, they should have made that central to the show. The show should have been called, pro tips, free from me to you, showmakers. But, I like the energy. It's got the ferocity. It's, like the Amazon echoing. That feels like intense. You can kind of feel like this animal taking him over. But I want more stuff like that. I like the hand-drawn special effects. I like mechanical things. It had some sound cues. It could have used some more choreography. He does a few, but if I'm being honest, I would like it if they took a page from V3's book a little more, because V3's been my favorite one so far. Sorry, Dark Lord and Savior Amazon. You need to have more cool posing. I rate that all of the points, not because I fear punishment, but because I love Ishment. I'm trying here, man. I'm trying, Amazon. Joe Shigeru, Kamen Rider Storonga. Roll that clip. Shirts off, boys. You're in trouble. Whoa. Listen to me very carefully. Is he even moving his lips? Storonga! Okay, Storonga gets a lot of flack. The budget wasn't there in that series. It wasn't as good for the most part. But hey, that Henshin, it had sparklers. Anyone else have pyrotechnics? I don't think so. Robo glove prop. He takes his jacket off. He is a muscle man. His belt was pretty cool. Honestly, that Henshin was kind of up there. It was pretty good. It doesn't have the same energy as like Amazon. I want the intensity of Amazon, the various elements that we find in, like, say, V3 of the originals with all the animation stuff, and some of that mechanical and prop stuff going on with Storongo. You put that together. Ooh, you got a Cronin Henshin there, son. Pretty good. I rate that one reasonably fine out of 29, which is the number it's secretly been all the time. Yeah. Spoilers. Surprise. Thought it was another number, but it was Medio. Next clip. Ooh, we're watching Kamen Rider Storonga's charge-up form. This is, I believe, I hadn't seen it anywhere else so far, but that is the first power-up form for any rider. And so Storonga is a bit of a pioneer series for a number of reasons, not just for its willingness to stretch its budget of rooting around in the dumpster for spare parts for your monsters. Let's check it out. Roll that clip.
Charge up!
Charge up! Ooh, camera filters, spinning props. Damn, that looks... It just occurred to me watching that, like, where that dude like was standing and where a lot of these guys are standing is like kind of precarious. He looks like he could fall and die there. That's props to that. I mean, the whole thing was actually pretty good, you know, like he did the funny little twirl. They got the spinning dicky. They got there's a few different special effects going on there. And it was like the first time they were trying a power up form. I liked it. I thought that was pretty cool. They're trying, and it's got that quaintness that I love from 70s series. They're just like, oh, that's what's so great about all of these Henshins. They're just like, they're making do. They're nothing super fancy. Like the Heisei Henshin's got all sorts of wacky stuff going on, but like these are just like, how can we do this? Let's do camera filters. We'll put light sparkles on his outfit. Let's spin it around. You know, like they're trying. An attempt was made, and it's delightful, like a child's macaroni drawing. I liked it. It was not incompetent, just like I am not incontinent. That's a terrible rhyme. Crap. Sorry, you've got to move on, Storonga. You had your chance. When we watching next? What is this? Oh, we're doing Sky Rider. Tsukuba Hiroshi, Kamen Rider, or aka Sky Rider. He doesn't have the name Sky Rider till Storonga gives it to him later. Like, was it 5 episodes in or something like that? He was just supposed to be normal Kamen Rider, like rebooted, like they do now. You know, it was like Kamen Rider, and then there's Kamen Rider, you know, again, but they have to put the date next to it, and then from now on you have to put the dates over all your movies because you just keep naming the movie the same thing, and we're just supposed to know what it is by what year it is. No, none of that. He calls Sky Rider. So, watching Kamen Rider Sky Rider. Ooh. Oh, that's right, he was karate.
Henshin!
Oh, he's got the Kenshiro hands. Ooh, camera filters.
Okami-jin! Kamen Rider!
Whoa, who's this goggle wolf? So I like that one because he, you know, he had the camera filters again. He had some really cool choreography stuff going on. You know, we did the different, the camera like fast cuts, you know, when he came in, and then the theme coming at the end, the dun 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 dun. It's great. Good stuff. Good energy. It felt heroic. It felt like we were being saved. Love it. Pretty solid. No beefs with me. I give that a 42 out of 23. No, I'm not explaining how those numbers exist. Look, it was pretty good. It's somewhere between V3. Who's my favorite so far? Oh, crap. I'm losing all track of what my rating system is. The point is that it kind of rhymed, so that counts. Next clip. We're watching Sky Rider's power-up form. Oh, so just taking a page out of Storonga. Does everybody have a power-up form after that? I can't remember. I'll have to keep track of that. Makes sense that it give them something. But let's check it out. Our second power-up form coming from Sky Rider. Let's go.
Sky! Henshin! Cool!
This blood monster.
Kamen Rider!
That, was that any different? It looked kind of the same, to be honest. I didn't see the difference, honestly. I'm, like, actually scrubbing back. I'm like, what's the difference? I don't actually see it. His costume looks different at the end, I guess, but it's the same basic transformation, huh? You know, call me a artsy, wartsy, art. Call me a snob. I feel like you should be pushing the envelope. I don't think you should be treading water. If you're making something, you want to be giving something new each time. Every other one so far, even if they were a slight step down, you know, even if it's not as good, you tried something else. This, they didn't try something else. They just gave him a new costume. You know, I would like to see something done differently. Unfortunately, that Henshin is not good enough for me. Hey, that makes up for all the bad rhymes. And that one's gets low. It even though it's competently done, it gets low ratings because they were lazy. You don't get to be lazy in this house, kids. You gotta pick up your clothes and keep trying new things with crappy special effects in the 70s. I don't care what your budget is. Next clip. We're doing Oki Kazuya Kamen Rider Super 1. Well, this one looks pretty key. Let's check it out. Ooh, I like that choreography. Karateing it up. Ooh, camera effect over him. Good monster. Super 1. Dogma monster. That was pretty hype, I have to say. I liked that one. That one had some of the coolest karate Sanshin choreography. You know, doing all that stuff. It's great. His hand twist. They the camera filter over his body, so he, like, you know, magical girl transformed instead of it just like being a quick cut. You know, he does a flip and jumps off screen, and when he lands, he's got the costume on. Like, they went full, like, you know, Wolfman time lapse kind of sparkly Sailor Moon transformation. I like that. I think that might be my favorite one so far because, again, they built on everything. They added to it. They made it better. Big props from the mops. Gonna go eat some slops after this. Far. That was subpar. I'll go. It's really hard to rhyme on the go. I'm actually normally better at it, though, I swear. Let's go next clip. Next up, we're watching Murasame Ryo, Kamen Rider Z Crossu. I'm in Canada. We say Z sometimes. Z Crossu. Let's roll that clip. Ooh. Doing the Kenshiro hands again. Snap zoom, snap zoom. Well, they got the snap zooms. That was a big plus. The fast cuts. They had the Kenshiro hands. They had the karate poses. No special effects. No Sailor Moon camera filters. No hand-drawn stuff. No mechanical stuff that I could see. I feel this one is somewhat mediocre. I sure hope that Toei Studios didn't go broker, and that's why their budget was lower and they couldn't do as good of a Henshin. I mean, the costume looked pretty good. It just wasn't as good. It was alright. Yeah. Let's go next clip. Whoa, we're doing Kamen Rider Black, Minami Kotaro. This is going to be a good one. Everybody likes Black. Black's got a great budget. It's a solid series. We will not be disappointed here, I am sure. Let's roll that clip. Oh, that mask. Ooh, hand-drawn animations. Light up. Mechanical. Cool posing. The Sailor Moon magical girl acid poured on things. They just poured acid on a suit. Steam. They got steam. Oh, I ruined a suit for it. That was great. That was awesome. They did all the things that I said. They built on it. They took all the parts. They got some mechanical stuff. They got the Sailor Moon camera filters piece by piece. They did cool karate posing. And then on top of that, they ruined their suit with acid and they put steam and they had all this buildup and the cool music. That's the best one. That's the best one so far. Black. Black wins. I assume. I have to make it rhyme? Oh, black wins, I assume. Crap, this better rhyme, or else I'm doomed. That counts. Next up, we're doing Minami Kotaro's Kamen Rider Black RX. The next form. Does that count as a power-up form? I don't think it is a power-up form, even though technically it is, if you want to really think about it. Roll the next clip. Karate posing. Sparklers. Camera filter. Special effects on the belt. No acid. Ooh, light up though. Ooh, after posing. That was pretty sweet, actually. I liked it. I was disappointed when there wasn't the acid and stuff. It didn't have the same presence. Because like, Kamen Rider Black, he seems a little darker. Well, Black RX is like he's a child of the sun or whatever. He's reborn. He's got the powers. He's got light. So they went with that theme. He's got this shining light on him. And he does all this cool posing at the end. It's hard. I think I like Black more. But RX still had plenty of good in store. It was a fine Henshin. No beefs with me. I just wish they ruined the suit with acid is all. Let's go to the next clip. Ooh, we got Kamen Rider Black RX has a power-up form of his own, the Robo Rider. I've never seen this. I didn't know this was a thing. I want to check this out. Let's go. What's he gonna do? How's he gonna beat that robot? I'll fight you on your own level. Oh, you're doing kind of the same thing again, eh? I guess I have to use the same music. It's the same series still, right? Oh, camera superimpose. Some little mechanical special effects. Does that robot have incense burning in it? They're trying. They're doing the close-ups. You know, they don't know. It sounds like there's a lot of stuff. Like, there's different power-ups, I think, for RX, it looks like. So maybe they couldn't put a huge amount of effort for each one. So I'm not going to be too harsh on it for not, like, building every one. It just didn't blow me away. It was just like, it's okay. It's okay. And that's the thing. He would have already done, I guess, a normal Henshin. And then they're doing another Henshin. So we can't expect it to be, like, as good as a normal Henshin. Pretty cool. I don't know. It was fine. It was fine. I'm sure they did what they could in the allotted amount of time. Let's roll into the next power up we got here. Was it Kamen Rider Black RX Bio Rider? Okay, I mean, like, I'm obsessed with Black RX's music. I've watched a few of the early episodes, but I don't know anything about these extra riders. I'm kind of curious to see how many Black RX has of the power-up armors. And so far, he's been the first one to have multiple power-ups, so they're really escalating the ante there, eh? Let's go. So what I appreciate about that one is they gave it different choreography, like the little, like, instead of like the Robo Rider, it makes sense. It would be very like hard and strong, closed fist. This was Bio Rider is like an animal. It's organic. So he's got the claws, sort of like Amazon. So I appreciate that. They're trying different things with each form. Again, it's not a full henshin. It's kind of underwhelming. It's okay. It's fine for the time. I already said that, didn't I? It's okay for the day. It's adequate for an inanimate object? Crap in a spout. The point is that these aren't full henshin, so they don't get full rhymes. They get weird garbage, apparently. We're gonna roll that next clip. What am I watching next here? We got, oh, I see. I was kind of expecting there to be more power-up forms for RX. You only had 2? That's fine. Next up, we're watching Kazumatsuri Shin's Kamen Rider Shin. So, yo dog, I heard you liked Shin. Well, we put a shin on your shin so you can keep repeating memes from 2010. He's a bio monster. So this is from the movie, eh? We're out of all the classic series and into that kind of like pseudo movie thing they're doing for a while there. This is the violent, gory, upsetting Kamen Rider Cronenberg transformation. So I'm guaranteed to like this. Let's see what that big movie budget did for us here in Henshin. Let's go. Ooh, real heart footage. That real human face there. Ooh, bloody eyeball. Jesus. What was that? That's pretty good. Ooh, his pineal gland is expanding. Jesus, they're going full American Werewolf. Oh. That pulsating. Oh, double jaw. Pineal gland. Whoa, just keeps going. Jesus. So that's like what like a Kamen Rider transformation would really be like, right? Like that's what, come on, like that's they surgically make him into a cyborg. It's got to be something awful. All the others are like very sanitized. It's just whoosh, Sailor Moon sparkles or whoa, jump off a camera and then you're landing and you got the suit on. Like that's the nitty-gritty real deal. That's horrible, bloody, disgusting, violent body horror transformation and I am here for it. That was beautifully horrible. I liked all the pulsating stuff. They showed footage of like of the real beating heart. They had like some of the rubber, like his face is kind of like, well, I know that's not a face, but hey, for the 80s, that was pretty good. Puppet always looked good, in my opinion. The stop motion, like the coming out, the body just kept shifting and inflating. They must have had like air pumps or something in there, like pumping it up with something. That was nice. That was a pretty nice transformation. I didn't want to change the station. It's kind of not really fair to compare this to the rest of them. I ran out of rhymes on that line. It's okay. The point is that it's a movie, so you can't really compare it to the others. It's really good. High budget going on there. It was just a wonderful masterpiece of disgusting, horrible bit of trivia of Kamen Rider that, they never really, I think they did a couple other things, like he got Amazons and, a couple, what was that other one? Is it ZO? It's kind of also like gritty and horrifying. But for the most part, they didn't want to do that, right? Because it's a children's show and they don't want to have too much horrifying, violent stuff, Amazon aside. But it's pretty good. I like that one quite a bit. Let's go on the next one. We got the next movie, Kamen Rider ZO, Aso Masaru. This is the one I think is the other movie. They made three of those movies. Shin was like the violent, bloody, body horror Cronenberg one. And then Zeto is like also kind of in that camp. It's like kind of, it also has that stuff, but they made it a little. It kind of reminds me of like Black and Black RX, like that level of grittiness. Not full gritty, but like pretty dark and serious and realistic. And they made another one, right? I'm blanking on its name, honestly. I'm sure it's on the list. We'll watch it next. But that one also was it was a little more. It wasn't in the dark gritty aspect. It was a little bit more like classic Kamen Rider with it was realistic, but they're trying different strategies, right, to see which one won. And I don't remember which one won. What would you say was the defining one of those three? They wanted to see which would do the best, and then they kind of went with that. I guess that was what Kuga came out of, right? So whichever one of these is the most like Kuga, that's the one that won, I guess. The budget wars, the ticket sales wars, the which movie will define Kamen Rider next based on popular reaction wars. So let's find out. Let's shape Kamen Rider history with our decision on which of these three henshins is the best one. Let's go. Oh, shouldn't have made him mad. Oh, the psychic. Oh, just pop in and out, huh? That was like a little bit lazy for the budget, for like how high quality that film is. That film's rad. That film is just so much great stuff going on in Zedo, but like that one was kind of a bit of a stinker. They should have hired Steven Pinker, the famous Canadian psychologist who says that human progress is going up and up. Because, you'd want the progress of your engines to go up and up, and that one was honestly a step down. An attempt was made with the metal mouthpieces, but it was clear they wanted that, but they didn't want it like as on the costume's final design. So they're like, well, hello. Oh, okay, we're gone now though. You want it. That was cool. More of that would have really bumped that up. It was no Kamen Rider Shin, let me say that. And honestly, it wasn't as good as, like, say, Black or even Black RX, which are TV shows. The TV show shouldn't have a better henshin than the movie, you know? So, hey, I've seen that movie, Zedo, Zio. That's a great film. Lots of cool stuff. But honestly, the henshin's a little lackluster. So, get back to the drawing board, Buster. Let's check it out. Oh, no, Kamen Rider J was the name I was thinking of. That's the other movie they made. Very similar costume to Zedo. This one, I don't remember honestly what the henshin is like in this one, so I'm very curious to be taken back down memory lane on that. Roll the clip. Henshin. Oh, they went magic. Kamen Rider J. That was all right. They had the things come over him. I wanted more cuts. I'd like to see more cuts of like a lot of the other ones they got like the I like the J thing. That's really cool. That's easily the coolest part of the whole thing. But overall, a little kind of meh. Now, so of those three movies, obviously I like Shin's the best of the Henshin, but I know for a fact Shin didn't win. They didn't go with that, right? They went with honestly, I feel like Jay was the one that's most likely to have informed the Heisei era because it felt very Heisei to me. So am I wrong on that? Tell me, let me know in the comments. Which one of those three films was the most popular? Which one did end up being kind of the one that defined Heisei Kamen Rider? Because it definitely wasn't Shin, despite it obviously being the most budget, which that's why, right? You can't spend all your money. They couldn't do that for everything. That's why Metal Heroes didn't do very well. But I feel like I see more J in Heisei. So let me know what you think on that, or what the truth is on that, because that's I could Google this honestly, but I don't know. I'm not gonna. I got things to do. Roll that clip. Ooh, Kamen Rider J has a power up jumbo formation. I don't remember this. I remember I saw J, but I don't remember him having another form in that. Does this happen in another thing? I guess I'll find out. Let's roll that clip. Oh yeah, I remember this now. That evil queen. The spirits of nature. Oh yeah, he's like in her big horrible body, right? He's getting Akira'd. He's getting Tetsuo'd. She's getting cowried. Hehehe, them snakes. Hehehe, take that, you bad snakes. Dang, that's pretty cool. I like that big horrible prop thing. Oh, that's right, he goes giant. I forgot about that. And he has to fight the big horrible prop. That's pretty cool, I have to say. Ooh, you slow it down. You got the sound design to make him sound heavy. Ultraman, take notes. Look at that badonka bonk. Wow, he's so tall. His head reaches above the freeway. Huh. I liked that. I mean, like, you know, in terms of an actual henshin of, like, the cutting and the... It was kind of... But I really appreciated once he went big, considering that Kamen Rider doesn't do big stuff. Kamen Rider doesn't, like... They don't have a Megazord. They don't grow large to fight monsters that are destroying the city, for the most part. Jay, to my knowledge, is the only one who did that. Aside from, there is a crossover of Kamen Rider and Ultraman where he grows big. We didn't have that one on here, but it doesn't take place in Kamen Rider. It doesn't count. Sue me, cyber lawyers of Toei. Harvest my tears for that Gora demon. The point is, though, that Jay did a pretty good job with giant stuff. Is that why he's Jay? Because it's giant? Nobody explained the difference of spelling in Japan. I mean, now I think about it, spelling giant with a G is goofy. Maybe it should be spelled with a J. The point, he's big, and I like it. And that was a pretty good one. I had some fun. I think my rhyming scheme was a little bit of a pipe dream. Look, I'm not a machine. Please don't be mean. I can only come up with so much on the spot. And the way I'm dressed in this video, I swear I'm not a thought. That was pretty good. I liked the Showa period, of course. It's my period. It's my jam. I liked the creative filmmaking they had to do in all of these henshins. And, you know, some are lazier than others because what? They tried their best. I think, honestly, I was really interested to realize just how good Stronger's henshin was, considering Stronger was just kind of a poo-poo series. And how my beloved and perfect Amazon, you know, his henshin's great. It's got good energy, but, like, I could see a lot of stuff in all of these series that's like, yeah, but, like, you could learn from them. You know, there's always room for improvement. And I'm really excited to check out the Heisei henshins because I know they learned, they took notes on all of this stuff and then they did more with it. The Heisei's got lots of stuff going on, and even though I like Showa the best, I appreciate Heisei's effort that they put into everything for the most part, especially when we're talking henshins. Like the later ones, they just get like So that's going to be a really good watch. What about you? What do you think is your favorite one? Type a comment on the video here, preferably that rhymes. Preference will be given to rhyming comments. Let me know which one is your favorite henshin among the Showa period. Let me know what you think I should watch. If you want to see more henshins, type in what henshin you think you want me to watch. If you want to see more openings, we could check out openings too. And of course, don't forget to like and subscribe. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, do the notification dingle dangle, And that way you know when I do make a video. There will be more videos more frequently. There's just always stuff going on. And cyber lawyers. And it's hard. Okay? Remember, until next time, make sure to ruin all your clothes by pouring acid on them so you look cool.
Do not pour acid on your clothing or person. Toku's sister incorporated Imperial Conglomerate Dominion is not responsible for any acid damage to flesh or clothing, no matter how rad it looks.